Hey, it's Matt and Steve, and we're here with another episode of the Risk Control Show. And today we're talking about the LA 10 freeway fire and what is going on in Los Angeles, folks. We live here, we drive these freeways all the time, and I'm here to
Yep.
tell you, I just have to cringe. I have some buddies that used to be in charge of risk management county. I know some people over there. I know some people at fire departments around the state. And you know what? Nobody's doing their job, Matt. No one's doing their job. Am I right?
Well, I'm wondering why now. I mean, they called a 2-day shutdown like 2 or 3 years ago of the 5 or the 10 Carmageddon, right? What do
Oh
they
yeah.
call this? 5 weeks of this critical stretch of the 10 right near downtown. I mean, is this carpocalypse? What is this?
Yeah.
This is going to cause such
Well,
a
it's
massive
back up and
impact.
running now because they braced it. But the whole thing here is, I mean, you just reminded me of Philadelphia. I'm showing some pictures here. This was a while back. Philadelphia, the freeway collapsed because a tanker caught fire.
Yep.
Um, and people go, well, what's the problem? Well, the problem is, if you recall, during 9/11, the great tragedy here on American soil, the heat was so intense that it melted the steel reinforcement inside there, and that's what
Yep.
is of concern. And if we look at this LA 10 fire, freeway fire, we have the same concerns. But what concerns me even more, Matt, and I just yelled it out, and I'm 100% serious. Who is doing their job? I mean, this is the kind of stuff that frustrates me beyond end. We get inundated in the schools, which is one of the most heavily regulated, safest places to be, and
Right.
it's constant with the fire departments and the BS, and we see them in one of our school districts. The fire department comes over and they park their engine on the campus and they go out and they play soccer, and it's like, why
Right.
do you have access to this, and why are you all playing soccer while you're supposed to be working?
Right.
um and I find it's it's frustrating, and you go in there and you get all this stuff from the fire. Oh, you can't lock the doors during an active shooter. That's what you're focused on. Why not? Oh, because of fire safety. No, you need to get with the program. Here, I just drove down, folks. If anyone from risk management's listening, I just drove down the 605 South to the 105 West, and right there, there's another business that's got pallets stacked up all over, and they're right underneath the overpass. And you go, do we not learn? Who, what fire department was looking at this pallet yard going, this is a good idea?
Right. Right.
Arson or not, and I love how Newsom immediately goes to arson. Arson or not, this is poor risk management, poor design, poor fire safety, all of it. And you can see it everywhere. And it's just like, why? Why are we allowing this stuff? We know what it is, but we focus on these industries that are easy because nobody wants to go out and have the hard conversations. And I'm here to tell
Right.
you, pallets are a problem, just like trash dumpsters are a problem. We tell schools and public agencies all the time, do not put your trash dumpsters next to your buildings. Do not stack pallets next to your building. We just had
Right.
that conversation with one of our clients when we went out and they got rid of the big pallets and then they put the other ones right there. Oh yeah, but they're coming to pick them up. When are they coming to pick them up? In this second?
Right.
Because it doesn't, 2 days from now, a fire could still take place and you burn down your whole building. So
Right.
stop, do some thinking. Man, it's so frustrating. It's so crazy. I can't believe it. Matt, help me out here. Help me out, brother. I mean, is LA doing risk management?
It, you know, it reminds me of a business I was once involved with that had two sides to it. One was production, one was quality. And you can find this in pretty much any business, right? Like, okay, how much are you producing? how good is the product that you're producing.
Right.
And I always found that in this business and in some other businesses I've run into or been aware of, that the production side is always the focus because it produces more units and it gets, and it brings more revenue in, and instead of the quality, like if we're gonna cut corners, we're gonna cut corners on quality. I feel like risk management falls on that side, the cut corner side, because it's not a quote unquote revenue generator. It's not a source of, it's not going to bring in more money. It's anything like that. So as a result, we end up with just risk management gets shunt off to the side, and they focus on what brings them the money, and they just kind of, I guess, you cross their fingers that nothing bad is going to happen.
Yeah, they must. And it's so funny to me. I was saying to somebody else, because this is all infrastructure. We just talked about flying vehicles and all this kind of stuff and infrastructure, infrastructure, infrastructure. Do you remember when the heavy rains came and it collapsed part of the tent out there too?
Yeah, yeah,
Part of
that
it a
was
couple years ago, right? It's like, what is going on, folks? Please. I don't understand this in Los Angeles. I know it doesn't rain a lot, but when it does, we got massive problems everywhere, flooding everywhere. It's just like, can you design? You're building these new things, design it properly. Start taking action on it. Stop with the knee jerk reactions of all the little things that have no impact and start doing the basics, the fundamentals. This is unreal. Right before Thanksgiving, and they were saying it's going to be shut down indefinitely, indefinitely, indefinitely. Matt, it's going to be indefinite. You're never going to be able to drive on the 10 again. It's
yeah,
indefinite. And it's like, really? And the whole time, all I could think was that little governor down in Florida must be laughing his butt off because he had a whole brand new bridge done,
whole bridge. Yeah,
right? And I'm thinking, seriously? I mean, I understand why can't drive on this right away. You got to do a risk assessment. You got to get some funding in there and do some structural reinforcement, which they've done. There's some pictures here. This concrete got chewed up pretty good. But again, why are in the first place are we allowing any businesses to stage anything underneath the freeway?
right, right.
And
It's insane. It just, I mean, obviously they don't, I mean, they're just taking advantage of that space. It's just usually you have a significant easement on either side where there's no, that, you can't really use that for any portion other than for freeway purposes. But if nobody is on point to actually ensure that those are being respected, then you have situations like this where, oh no, who's, this is, there's an open 10 feet
more
here where
tax
we can put
dollars,
more
more
stuff.
property
Right.
tax, more business
Yeah.
tax. Get it,
Yeah.
put it wherever you can, shove it in
Right.
here. Hey,
Right.
traffic engineers, city engineers, builders, please stop doing this to people. You're impacting everything all for a couple bucks. And I know no one's going to listen. We were just talking about the housing here. It's like there's no place. You take down a house and then you put 6 units up and you don't think about parking. Everyone's frustrated. You want to know why people are yelling and screaming and road rage and frustration and nobody wants to go anywhere and work from home and all? Because you create all these problems where no one can find an environment that they can have any peace and quiet or calm anywhere.
Right.
And so here, stop shoving things in every nook and cranny just for $1, because this one, if it truly is arson, you think that guy's going to be able to pay for the freeway damage? Nope. All of us
Right.
taxpayers are paying for this thing. So risk
Right.
managers, get out there, do your job. Don't overlook this stuff. It is serious. And it's the same thing with the emergency plan. Watch our thing on emergency plans. Watch our show on emergency plans, because, oh, that won't happen here. It's okay. Oh, money, this, that. No, enforce it. Do not allow stuff like this to be stored under freeways.
Right.
If
Right.
something goes wrong, you're at risk. And every insurance guy will talk about the environmental damage. There's environmental risk, legal risk, there's property damage. There's all kinds of stuff. It's really something. But that's just a short one from us on the 10 freeway. Let's get it up. Let's get it running. And I love, Hollywood always wants to shut down the freeway too, so they can do some cool movie thing too. That really is frustrating.
They do that.
No one's giving me no one's giving me a tax refund. I want my tax refund for not being able, for loss of use. But anyway, please, risk managers, please, fire engineers, fire safety, please, fire prevention, please do your job. Get out there and do your job. Take it seriously. Right? Enough of the TikTok, enough of the YouTube, enough. Do your job, please, 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 please. Have those hard conversations. You got anything else to tell them, Matt?
Nope, I think that's pretty much it. Just stay on top of things. We understand that there's only so much time in the day, but we also understand that nobody's working 100% efficient. There are always ways that we can get more out of our day and hit these spots and plan it out. You can't hit every overpass in a day. There are a lot of those in LA. So how about, make a plan? I'm going to schedule this stretch and inspect these. Then I'm going to do these and then start it all over again.
Yeah.
That's how it works.
Yep. Get a motorcycle so you can cut through traffic and inspect more faster.
There you go.
All right. Join us on our blackest Black Friday sale. It is the blackest of Black Fridays because we are offering our Dollar Training Club at just a flat fee of $500 annual membership. And that is unlimited users, unlimited training, and unlimited. And that's incredible, folks. $500. I mean, you'll pay $500 just to have Matt and I come out for one little course.
Yep.
Get them all online. Do it. It's dollartrainingclub.com. We're also on Udemy. Don't forget to check out our YouTube and subscribe to our YouTube. Please subscribe. We need subscribers. All right, Matt. Anything else, Dad?
Nope. Just have a happy Thanksgiving, everybody. Have a safe holiday. And well, I'm doing it again.